Morning, TikTokers. It's time for a little bit of tarot to see how things are going for you. Let's look at a little bit of what's going on in the present moment, what has happened in the past, and what's going to happen in the future. So, I'm going to do something new. I'm going to do a 3 card reading. The first card to pop out is the past, which is the Seven of Swords. Makes sense. We're all running from something, some kind of attack. Someone seems to be coming out of an abusive pattern. Do I want to say many relationships, not just one? It's like someone standing up for themselves. What's the present card? Where are you right now? Let's see. Okay, there we go. 8 of Pentacles. You're still working really hard. Now let's see the future card. Oh, there we go. Finally. Took a bit. 5 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. This is all about the grind, isn't it? Let me show you. Past, present, future. Now, the way I see it right now, I don't really see it as a past, present, future in the sense of over a span of years. I see this as a past, present, and future as a span of the ending of the Year of the Snake. The Year of the Snake ends on 17th February. So, literally, this is a future till February 17th. And then what comes with the new year is a new deck of cards that we'll do another time. With the Seven of Swords, I'm seeing that you have been attacked and been in abusive patterns for so long that you didn't even know that it was abuse. Like recently I've heard of a term called financial abuse, and I was like, I didn't even know that term existed, believe it or not. And within the realm of financial abuse comes a partner who may be hiding their assets, could be a parent who is controlling you by saying that I will only give you funding if you do this for me, if you behave a certain way, if you obey these rules. It could be people who you live with, so you don't have your own property. You could be living on their property, so it could be family or friends, and they may be abusing you in a way where they always make you feel a little bit of a hint of you will have nowhere to go if you don't make it work with them. And I feel like this is just one of the 7 swords that you've been running from. There's emotional abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Some of you, I feel, have also been through physical abuse in the past. You've started to stand up for yourself and you're breaking the pattern now. But that fear of being harmed and hurt isn't going anywhere. It feels like it's kind of just embedded in your system. So your nervous system is completely out of whack. It's you're in your sympathetic nervous system, which means that if there's a loud sound or if something happens or if a car swerves by you, it really shocks you, as opposed to having like a regular response to something like that, where this is like a moment of, oh my God, what was that? And then that's it. It seems like it really jolts your nervous system and it sticks with you for a really long time. And the reason for this is all of the attacks that have taken place on you, all the abuse that you have been through. Now, the best thing about this situation is that I have learned and I have taught people through my self-empowerment program, which is a 3-day transmission, meditative work, somatic work, EFT, light language, Reiki, theta healing, access consciousness. We use all of these modalities and combine them to really dig out what it is that keeps you stuck in patterns where you give your power away to people. Abuse is when we're giving our power away to people. So definitely check it out when I post this video. It's also in my bio. If you go to my stan.store, you will see it there, self-empowerment workshop. It really helps people overcome the patterns of abuse by taking their power back. And how do you take your power back? The first thing you do is you check in with yourself and see how and what role am I playing in this pattern? Where am I agreeing to be in this? Now, the reason people agree to be in certain relationships is because of the fear of getting out of them. Where will I go? How will I get food? Who will take care of me? And like, what's going to happen next? There's a familiarity in abuse. And I'm so sorry if this is triggering for you. Please stop watching now. But the familiarity in abuse is, you know what's coming. You've been through it, and your body, although afraid, although hurting, understands that this is the pattern in which this abuse takes place. And there is some kind of boundary there. However, when we think of the unknown, getting out into the world, exploring our own power, when we think about making money on our own, being financially independent, being emotionally independent, being mentally independent, it really scares us because we don't know where we're going to go. We don't know what's going to come out of that situation, right? And that's what I'm trying to tell you here, is that all of these patterns of abuse were in the past, which means you are someone who is broken away from them. But you are also someone who is now immersing themselves into so much hard work. And can you see this face? Can you see the anger on the face and the resentment on the face? It's because of what happened in the past. So not only do you need to, I'm not saying forgive the abuser, and I'm not saying forget about the abuser, but forgive yourself for being in that situation and not getting out sooner. There's a part of ourselves that we are really angry at for being stuck in a relationship, a job, or some place or some situation where we thought we could make it better, where we thought things will work out. And there was a part of us that held on to that hope and said that no, things will get better. I will make them better. This can go away. It's just a nightmare. Without realizing your own impact, without realizing your own strength, that you could have walked out of that at any moment. So there's a part of you currently who feels angry, who feels upset, who feels disheartened, and maybe a little bitter and resentful towards your younger self for not knowing that that's possible. And that's okay, because we're going to tell you how to go forward from there in that self-empowerment workshop. If not there, here, listen to me now. You need to release your nervous system from fight, flight, and freeze first. Do restorative yoga. Go to a chiropractor. Do pranayama and deep breathing exercises. Do vagus nerve exercises. Get free stuff off of YouTube. Don't know which one to watch? What resonates? What feels good? That's your compass. Use those. And for the love of yourself, practice every morning. Even if you want to do 2 minutes, start there. Take it up to an hour one day. That time that you give to yourself to reset your nervous system from sympathetic to parasympathetic, to down regulate your nervous system, to calm yourself down, will finally bring you to a stage where you're ready to face what happened. Because before your nervous system is out of alignment, out of state of relaxation, it's not even possible for you to face that abuse again, to think about it, to revisit it. So how will you forgive yourself and move on from there? So I want you to first downregulate that nervous system, then start the forgiveness within. This younger version of you didn't feel like he or she had options, didn't feel like they could come out of that space. They didn't think it was possible. They didn't know that there was another possibility. And you can forgive that side of you. It's okay, and it is possible for you to do that now. You're older, you're wiser. And whoever it is who's working super hard and like so focused on like using this hammer to make these pentacles, to make that money, to make that material wealth, to be financially stable, to support themselves and to create that independence. Wow, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you for giving yourself that time and attention and for giving yourself that kind of strength to move forward. But maybe, just maybe, it's okay in the next month to put those weapons down, to realize that hustling and putting up so much energy is not necessary. Just maybe it's possible for you to breathe, to relax, to sleep in guilt-free. Yeah, I can hear someone going like, easy for you to say, your livelihood doesn't depend on it. I have been without an income for quite some time now. I have been made redundant. I have lost my job. I have gone through really extreme circumstances of having to support a child by myself. And it has taken immense faith and taking on spirit guidance to understand that my income, the food on the table, and the shelter doesn't come from my hard work. It comes from inner alignment and faith and from a higher source. And maybe it's time for you to realize that, have faith in yourself, and believe that since you've been born, you have had a roof over your head, you've had food on the table, no matter what it is. Maybe sometimes it was scraps, but it was there. And you made it through. And you're alive. And you're doing well right now. Well, better than before. You came out of whatever that situation was. You've been through the darkest of days. Maybe there is a higher power that provides for you. Maybe your provision was never something that you needed to provide for yourself. Maybe it's okay to let go of the fear now. Maybe it's okay to not work as hard as you are. Maybe this is a way for you to avoid what happened before. And just maybe you're finally at a point where you can put the swords down and you can stop the fight and you can address what's going on inside. Maybe you can do the practices that I asked you to do, or maybe you can find new practices that calm your soul. Maybe you can go ground. Maybe you can spend time in nature. I know it's snowing outside for me, but even then, if I go outside for 10, 15 minutes, oh wow, it's a change because there are light codes coming in with the sun. It might be bitterly cold, but I feel refreshed with that air. I feel grounded and neutralized in nature. And if you're in better weather, if you're in the Bahamas, if you're on a tropical resort, if you're in a hot country weather, it might just be really nice for you to be outside right now. Take a dip in the sea, take a dip in the river. Can't do that? Get some Epsom salt, get into the bath. Can't do that? Get a small tub, put a foot soak with salts in it. It helps ease the muscles, helps you relax. Why am I asking you to relax? Did you know that receiving abundance, receiving anything, money, wealth, assets, a good day, a hug, love, any kind of receiving, which means you taking in anything, depends upon how regulated your nervous system is. I could have someone show up at my door, give me the car keys to a Mercedes and be like, here, this is for you. And I'd be like, shut up and shut the door. And be like, oh my God, this guy is a scam artist and he wants to screw me over. Because my nervous system doesn't believe there's good in the world. It's been through so much. It doesn't believe that there's a possibility that good things could happen to me. It believes that anyone who comes knocking at my door, any opportunity that shows up is only going to make me feel like crap. It's going to hurt me in some way. And I'm going to have to go through this abuse again. And I don't want to. So I don't want to interact with anything else. Calm the nervous system. And when you're completely relaxed and you feel like you're safe in your body and you're safe in your surroundings and you're feeling supported by yourself first, you know what happens? You start trusting. You start trusting your body. You start trusting your environment. You start trusting strangers. You start trusting people around you. You start to see and your eye opens up. And by eye, I mean third eye, but your eyes too open up to the possibility that people can be nice to me. Good things do happen to me. Good things can happen to me. And you start noticing all the other people who good things are happening to. When you start noticing this, it becomes a possibility in your realm of awareness. So in this next month, till February 17th, put the swords down. Find ways to integrate rest. You can't possibly be working 24 hours. Yes, you can mentally. You could be in bed and just be thinking, oh my God, this is. You need to stop that thinking mind. It's not serving you. It's not making you feel any better. So bring in that rest and relaxation. I'm going to pull out some rose cards. I can't believe that 3 cards were enough today to actually talk about everything. But rose oracle cards are something that I feel are very ancestral, to me at least. And I feel like it's a message from beyond, from my ancestors. Okay, let's start with the one that fell out first. Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line growing up. There seems to be some kind of feminine energy work required here. Now, feminine energy is really powerful. It is the source of creation. It is the source of intuitive guidance and showing the path forward. We already know what masculine energy does: protects, provides, and actually builds. Now, considering this is the flow of energy, there seems to be something coming from your mom's side. It literally says healing ancestral work for the mother line and growing up. So there's some kind of information that is connected to your mom and you and the relationship there. Receiving is feminine, giving is masculine. Giving is also feminine. But if we take it in a form of yin and yang, receiving is always feminine energy. We receive from our mothers. We receive birth into this world through our mothers. We receive nutrition through our mothers. There's some kind of repair that is required with your relationship with your mother, and it will start within you. I've noticed in my line of work, it isn't always necessary to be working with the person and speaking to them directly. You can sometimes do that inner work by yourself. You can journal it out, write a letter, like a Dear John letter, and then you can toss it out, burn it, put it in the water, like get a natural element to kind of purify it. But doing that forgiveness and inner healing work will only free you. We all have resentments for the kind of relationships we've had with mom, and some of you may have had an abusive relationship with your mother. But I think what we're being told through the rose cards is it's time to look into that and heal that. 3 more have fallen out, so I guess it's a longer reading than I imagined. The sun, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. Don't forget to play and don't forget to be out in the sun. The one guidance I get constantly from my spirit guides is that one, light codes are coming through the sun. That's pretty obvious. It's been happening for a while. If you watch the Schumann resonance, you will be able to see that. Is playing. My guides want me to play. I have been through a similar cycle, and my guides keep telling me, go have fun. It's safe to have fun. But I've lost that safety somewhere. So I'm going to do exactly what I'm asking you to do and do that nervous system down regulation, bring myself into a space of calm and peace and feeling okay. And then that is when I'm going to go out to play. But maybe I can start with little things. Maybe I can start to play by myself, by painting. I'm learning the keyboard, so the piano. Maybe I can learn to play by starting a game online with other people that I don't know. Maybe it's safe there, you know? Playing an online game with strangers like Scrabble, starting to interact with people, starting to laugh. When was the last time you wholeheartedly laughed, and how did that feel? And if you didn't, then wow, it's been quite a journey. Play. When you're in the mode of playing and you realize this life is a game, everything comes to you. You're not afraid to receive it. The grandmothers, remember your roots perspective, trust the weavings. Okay, now we have both healing the mother and we have grandmother. So definitely there seems to be someone whose grandmother is calling out to them, and I think she is deceased. And you need to connect with that energy. And I think it's your maternal grandmother. And you can close your eyes and just think about her and see what message is coming through and just trust that message. If it feels good, follow through. If it doesn't feel good, say no, thank you. These are my boundaries. Your feelings are your guide. Just the one thing that decides that something is for you and not for you is how you feel about it. Does it make you feel good? And is there longevity in that feeling good? So I'm not talking about going out and getting drunk one night and having fun with your friends because the next day you feel like shit. I'm talking about something that makes your heart, your mind, body, soul feel good all together. And that is where you need to lean. Okay, the last card is the bloom. Creations realized. Right time, harvest, and celebrate. Sun card and harvest. You put these swords down in this month. I see only good things for you coming forward from the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. Fire horse brings momentum. It's going to bring momentum in whatever it is that you're creating. So if you're creating fun, joy, relaxation, then that's what you're going to create more of. It's been wonderful speaking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to upload this video so that it's accessible to you later as well. And in my bio, you will find my Stan store where you find the self-empowerment program. It's really affordable for all. And if you even need a further discount, you can text me, because if that's something that you need, I'm here to provide that. I'm here to help people ascend. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.